So true. There ain't no other for me. It's only you. I wanna be down with what you're going through. I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Derica and you are watching Shelf Love with D. Welcome back, y'all, to another weekly wrap up of my reads and streams. So you already know, before we get into this week's wrap up, let's go ahead and take attendance. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Not only subscribe if you can see yourself coming back and hanging with me in yet another video. Otherwise, drop a green heart, sunflower, book stack, your favorite emoji, anything to let me know that you are here with me today, rocking with me in yet another video. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and dive into this week's wrap up. Won't be before you long, hopefully. Okay, so this past week, I really only got, well, let's say for the whole week, I primarily read Pretty Girls by Karin Slaughter. If you have not read this book, please be warned, there are some triggers in this book. If you have already read this book, shame on you for not forewarning me. Y'all, this book is very dark, very dark. I will say 100% it is not for everyone. Not everyone will be able to read what is in this book and stick with it through to the end. I did not know what I was getting into when I started this book many years ago. I say many, probably like 3 or 4 years ago at the library. I saw a book on display at the library by Karin Slaughter, which was A Kept Woman, or The Kept Woman. And that cover has been embedded in my mind all this time. And at one point I tried to pick it up. At the time, couldn't really get into it. Then I saw this cover. Y'all know my favorite color is green. I love the way that the green fades into the blue. Title, cover, it just all piqued my interest. So I'm like, I'm going to start with this one. Went into it pretty blind. This book literally took me all week. I would read a few chapters a day because it is so dark, so heavy, so gruesome, like detailed. Okay. So I highly, strongly recommend, if you are going to pick this book up, to check Google, Goodreads, or whatever to see all the triggers in this book. I know people say that a lot, but I think this book for sure, you most definitely should check trigger warnings first, because it gets dark, it gets detailed, and it gets really, it's a tough read. Now, I enjoyed myself with this book. I noticed a lot of the reviews on Goodreads, the low ratings was because of the content in this book. So let's go ahead and read what the book description is, and then I'll try to go into detail a bit more. So it says, it's been more than 20 years since Claire and Lydia last spoke. Claire is the glamorous trophy wife of an Atlanta millionaire. Lydia, a single mother dating an ex-con, struggles to make ends meet. But neither has recovered from the disappearance of their sister Julia 2 decades later, and the shocking murder of Claire's husband brings the horror and heartbreak of the past roaring back into their lives. The vanishing of a teenage girl and the killing of a middle-aged man almost a quarter century apart, what could connect them? As they form a rare truce, oh my gosh, I have a little speech impediment. It's certain letters are hard for me to say together. So, as they form a wary truce, the surviving sisters unearth the secrets that destroyed their family all those years ago and find the astonishing truth where they least expect it. So the book description, rightly so, is very vague. I say rightly so because, sometimes they can give way too much of the book away. I do want to point out that this book focuses on kidnapping of young girls and the torturing of young girls, okay? And they go pretty into detail, and it is a fetish of a group of men in this book. It's very hard to read. It is very graphic, very gruesome. I would have liked for this book to be about 200 pages less because of the content and context of this story or this book. You almost felt like I've been in this dark world a little too long. Like I'm ready to get out of it. I'm ready to see how this all, ends, how it unfolds. That would probably be my only complaint, that it was longer than necessary, especially being what the book is about. And it talks about it quite a bit in this book. Outside of that, I like Karin Slaughter's writing. I'm hoping this is first of many books by her. This book made me feel so many emotions. I was sad, I was distraught, I was sick to my stomach, I was angry, I was shocked. Like there's a twist in this book, y'all. There's a twist in this book that I did not foresee coming. There was nothing in this book that I predicted that I was right about. Like she did her thing with this one, okay? And it's always hard to speak highly of a book or a movie or like true crime shows that talk about such heavy, hard, sad, tragic things to say, oh, it's good. But she talked about something that I'm sure happens in today's world, and I think she did it very well. You felt the emotions of the family of the sorry y'all, there's a gnat. You felt the emotions of the family members of the missing girls. You were in the room where these girls were being kept and tortured, and just oh my gosh, you could feel the psychological the psychological effect that the men who were torturing these girls had on the girls. They wanted them to be afraid, and the more afraid they were, the better it was for the viewers. Like y'all, I won't lie, this is a book most definitely that should come with a warning. But I would say if you read the triggers and you can handle this, you're not easily like triggered or queasy or grossed out, I would say go for this book hands down. Like I said, I hope this is the first of many books that I read by this author. I won't say I enjoyed my time with this book, with this book, but it was a good read. It was a good read. Heavy topic, heavy tragic things going on in this book, but I do think it is worth the read. So if you can handle this book, keep in mind I have forewarned you. If you can handle it, go for it. And then please, y'all, I'll be for real when I tell y'all this. After you read this, after you pick this up, come back over here. Come back over here so we can talk about it. As y'all know, we have direct messaging over here. The community post is open to you guys. You can go under any video, any community post and be like, hey, let's talk about Pretty Girls. But I did not expect what I got in this book. There are some crazy, sick things in this world. And it does make you wonder how the author comes up with it. And one of the Goodreads reviews was saying that, like, even saying that if she's one of your favorite authors, something's wrong with you. Hey, as we know, not every author is going to be for everybody, right? You have to find what works for you. She did justice to this story. She did it. She did it well. It was very believable. It was very moving. It was very impactful. And it definitely made me have my head even more on the swivel and be cautious of my surroundings, because this world is dark, crazy, sick, and unpredictable. So that's that on this book, y'all. Like I said, if you decide to read it, please come back and let me know so we can talk about it. So after that book was stretched out through my entire week, y'all. That almost ended up being the only book that I read. However, a book became available for me on Libby, which was Maya Ariel's You Jump First. And I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen. Now I laugh because if you're not new here, y'all know me and Maya Ariel, we don't really get along, okay? We're like two stepsisters that want to be treated like the only girl, okay? Now, Maya Ariel, so far, I've not really enjoyed any of my reads by her. I've not gravitated back towards any of her books. Now, I will say, and I'm pretty sure that I had a video where I said I would not be reaching for any more of her books. However, this was a quick read. I needed something of Maya Ariel style to get me out of that dark, gritty place that Pretty Girls had me in. Well, here comes You Jump First on Libby, and the cover is bright and gorgeous and fun and feels very summery. So I'm like, why not? Let's go for it. And y'all, it was exactly what I needed after Pretty Girls. Like, it was cute, it was funny, it was light, it was carefree. And I started thinking, maybe Maya Ariel needs to do YA because this was a YA book, and I feel like she did it so well. Everything felt right, felt natural for teens, felt just, it was just such a cutesy read. And it is perfect for if you need something just quick to read, a palate cleanser, especially if you've been reading heavy, dark books, or if you're just in a slump yourself, or if you're in a funk, just not really feeling like light and bubbly. I think this is what that book should be used for. Like, it gave me all the feels that I needed. It was just light, a light read after being in such a heavy place for what, 6, 7 days. So, all right, if you're not familiar with You Jump First, I'll go ahead and read the book description. It says it's a it's a young adult romantic comedy about two teens, Andy and Tommy, who bond over heartbreak at a lake house after their respective summer crushes fall through, leading to an unexpected romance. Let's see. Okay, so they say that this book is described as a mix of Better Than the Movies and beach read, featuring themes of first love, friendships, and overcoming disappointment. Okay. Very, very cute to read. I will say this book 100% gave me the summer I turned pretty. I don't know if you've read the book or watched the series. I've not read the book, but I've watched the series. This book gave me all the feels of the summer I turned pretty. If you like that book, if you like that TV series, you'll love this one. It's very similar while still being its own. So I enjoyed this book. I'm thinking going forward, I might give Maya Ariel another chance, or I might just decide I will read her YA books because I truly felt like she did this so well. It almost made me feel like, did the same person write this book that wrote all the other books that I read that I just was like, this is okay. Like, to me, the adult romance, for me personally, she didn't do that well for me. She didn't sell me on the romances. I wasn't a believer in any of them. I didn't feel moved in any of her romances that I read. And I was so certain that I would not pick another book by her. But she got me with the cover and the title, and I had a good time with it. So I highly recommend this book. Very cutesy YA read, quick read via audio. It's a 6-hour read. I think it's like 200 and something pages. I'll put it on the screen to be exact. So if you are just needing a palate cleanser, a good cutesy fun time, I say go for this book. Now there is I don't know what you would call it, but so with this book, just like in the Summer I Turned Pretty, the female main character initially likes one boy. I don't want to give away too many details. So she likes a boy. Things don't really go as planned with the main boy. So then she likes boy number 2, or realizes she likes boy number 2. Now, normally in romances, books, or movies, that irks my soul because don't try to circle back over here now just because boy number 1 didn't want you, or you know what I mean? In real life, that's how I'd be like, oh, I'm second to none. You know what I'm saying? But because this was YA, she got away with it for me. They're kids. They don't know what they want, right? So it worked for this book, and I enjoyed it and had a good time with it and wouldn't even mind having it on my shelf. I know. I'm shocked too, but I had a good time with this book. All right, y'all. So that's it for my reads. Now on to my streams. This week, I didn't really get any reading done, any streaming done either. As y'all know, I watch daily Judge Judy. I'm hooked on Raising Kanan series, although I'm on season 4 and I had to take a break. Y'all. My favorite character in this Raising Kanan series is Unique. If you know, Unique is that dude. Oh, he would be like the perfect MMC and a urban romance fiction, like for sure. Someone needs to write a book. Someone needs to write an urban fiction book using Unique like as the blueprint for the male main character. But yes, anyways, that series is starting to frustrate me. Everybody's making dumb decisions. So for my mental health, I had to take a break. What else? Oh, and then Toy Story 5. Hubby and I, as y'all know, went yesterday to see Toy Story 5, and I will say it was very, very cute. Love the message in it. The message was loud and clear without being like, oh my gosh, like it's true. And I hope a lot of parents watch it with their children so that the kids can hear it and the parents can hear it, because these kids aren't buying these, devices themselves. We're doing it. These kids need to go outside, hug a tree, touch grass, run around and play. Like we'd be outside all the time, no matter how hot it was. We'd be sweating, running around, drinking water from a water hose. Or can you ask your mama, can we get a cup of water? Because we already ran back and forth in my mama's house and she not letting us go back in there. But we'd be outside from sun up to sundown, and these kids need more of that. One of the things that really stood out to me in Toy Story 5 was they pointed out, like, when Jessie was fussing at the device, she's like, you are making kids grow up faster, which is so true. Things that kids wouldn't even be concerned about, wouldn't even think about, wouldn't even know was cool or not cool. These devices put it right there in their face and force them to grow up and become so curious sooner than they need to be, sooner than they need to be, or think, or make them curious about things that they wouldn't even be thinking of. So highly recommend Toy Story 5. I will say, it didn't give me those good, like, feel good feelings like Toy Story 1 through 4 did, but it is still a must watch, y'all. Very, very good, cutesy movie, and I think it would be great for all ages. All right, y'all. Now, before I let y'all go enjoy the rest of y'all's Sunday, my good sis, Miss Tracy from Tracy's Open Book, sent me some book mail love, and had started to open it up, and I was like, let me share this with my book family, because number one, I always want to acknowledge those, even if people don't want the acknowledgement. Now, unless they tell me, like, I want to remain anonymous. If they don't say that, I want to recognize those who take the time to support me, encourage me, send me book love, send me a letter, a card, gift card, whatever. I want to just shine light on you guys, because the world needs more selfless people. You guys work hard for your money. So I don't care if you went to Dollar Tree and bought me up some books and sent them to me. I want to acknowledge you, because you don't have to do any of those things for me. All I ask is that y'all come back every week, subscribe, comment, thumbs me up, engage with me. So when you go over and beyond that, I have to let the world know just how great you are. So I wanted to share this with you guys. That Miss Tracy got me. Okay, I've already opened the card, and I'll let y'all see what it looks like. Very cute. And look at that handwriting. Okay, it goes. So her card says, Derica, I hope these books bring a smile to your face and joy to your day. Happy reading, Trey. Love you, Miss Tracy. Okay, so first thing up here is a Reading Zone sign. Very cute. Can't wait to put this up in my reading room. Then there was a cute little tote bag in here, which, Miss Tracy, did you make this yourself? So cute. It says Woman of God, and then at the bottom it says Grow in Grace. How cute is that? And then has a little bow on the back. I thought this was so cute. All right, y'all. Let me readjust my foot. It's falling asleep. All right, and let's get into these books real quick. Okay. So, as y'all know, Miss Tracy loves to wrap. I love that. It makes it like that much more exciting. You open a box, and then it's like, how they do a box inside a box. That's what this makes me think of. So, we're going to go ahead and open it. I'm going to look up at y'all, okay? And The Boyfriend Project by Pharaoh Sean. As y'all know, for my birthday, I got book 2 by my hubby, and that was my fault because he didn't know it was a series. So I've been wanting book 1 so I can read them in order, because I know Bookmark by Leah cannot stand when we read books out of order. So then the other book is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. Not exactly sure. So I'm interested in reading her books. I have one other one. It's like Chloe something. I saw this one in Miss Tracy's stack of books and I thought it was so cute. If nothing else, look how gorgeous this cover is. And so she gifted that to me and I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Miss Tracy. All right, next thing up is this one here. So cute little, how cute is this? Oh my gosh, because y'all know I'm trying to get into my little, you know, plant life and become a plant mom. But this says enjoy every moment. How cute is that? Oh, I love that. Okay. And some little tabs, which as y'all know, we can never have too many. All right, let's get in here. So y'all gotta learn how to be doing that little pocket on the front. Well, let me look at the top. Let me look at the top. It's so hard. And Mary Monroe, Bad Blood. Now, I don't know if this is a series. I don't know if it's a standalone, but if it's got Mary Monroe on it, I want it, okay? I want all of her books. As y'all know, we love some Mary Monroe. So thank you so much, Miss Tracy. All right. Another one here. Glasses lying down. Another Mary Monroe, The Devil You Know. I gotta see if any of these are standalones or series so that I know which ones I need to like complete the series if it's a series. But if not, this makes me so happy, y'all, to have more Mary on my shelf. Miss Mary Monroe as well as Margaret Johnson Hodge are like my top 5 authors. So there's that. Then the other one is another Mary Monroe book. Every Woman's Dream. Hey, oh, I'm so happy. Eliza took off on the Mary Monroe, like collecting her OG covers and stuff. So I'm like, I can't wait till I can get where I can, you know, buy more of them. So this makes me so happy. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy, for contributing to my Mary Monroe collection. All right, next one up. Okay. It's the first one up. Mary Monroe, Family of Lives, the OG cover. Oh my gosh, if I can get all of her books by the OG cover, if I can get all of her books with the OG covers, that would make me so happy. All right, we got another Mary Monroe, Lost Starters with the OG covers. All right. Okay, and then last thing here. We got Kimberly Lawson, Roby. Kimberly, what is wrong with my tongue? It like gets stuck. Kimberly Lawson, Roby. This is a special revised edition and it is called Casting the First Stone. Thank you, Miss Tracy. This is another one of the books that Miss Tracy had in her stack that I was like, can I get that? So thank you so much. And I do believe this is a Christian author, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I used to read a lot of her books, or I read a good amount of her books back in the day, and I want to circle back around to her and keep her name floating in the booktube space. Y'all know I have a soft spot for the OG authors, and I do not want to let their name die, even if they are no longer like creating books, or even if they're no longer on this earth. I want to keep them talked about and read because there are some amazing authors out there. Like, no shade to the new ones, but them OGs, they pen was just different, you know. All right, the last but not least is the Heiress by Rachel Hawkins. Now, how cute, y'all, is that cover? Look at that green. Cute, right? Yeah, it is. All right, so that concludes. Okay, I was wrong, y'all. I thought I was done. There's one more thing in here. Let's see what it is. Miss Tracy, you just obvious yourself. Let's see. How cute. Y'all know Now, I am a coffee mug connoisseur. How cute is that? And this is my...
Mama.
Oh, no, I was about to say, hold on, honey. Thank you. I was about to say this is my first bookish one. I was wrong. But this one is like really, really cute. Really bookish. Books all around. Oh, I love this picture. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that concludes my book mail love from Miss Tracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you once again. I am always letting her know, or I try my best to always remind her that her light just shines so bright that every time I talk to her, it just feels like a nice warm hug. If y'all don't know Miss Tracy from Tracy's Open Book, go ahead and check her out. Support her channel. Now, don't just be running over there subscribing because I sent you. Check out her content. Get a feel of her energy, her heart, her personality, her sense of humor, and then subscribe if you like it. Otherwise, just go up there and run up her comment section, thumbs up a few videos for her, and just get that engagement rolling. She is truly, truly such a sweet, sweet, kind-hearted person. Like, the world is a better place, Miss Tracy, because you are in it. Love you, love you, love you. All right, y'all. So that is it for today's reading wrap up. As I told y'all, we are slowing down. We are taking our time with the books. We are enjoying what we read. And we're not rushing through books for the sake of content. So if there is ever a week where I just didn't get a book read, I'm going to get on this camera and we're going to talk about something, okay? So stay tuned for my next video. I am trying to be consistent with posting my videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Now, before I was afraid to say that because I'm like, I don't want to set days and then things happen, but I'm letting y'all know going forward, Wednesday and Sundays are my upload days. If there is ever any technical difficulties, family emergencies, or anything like that, I will post it in the community chat. As I've said before, my community post is open to you guys. So if you ever want to create a post over there or start a conversation, feel free to do it over the community tab. Also, y'all, we are officially monetized. We are at like 813 subscribers, y'all. Like, God is just so good. So I again want to thank all of you guys for supporting me, for engaging with me, for thumbsing me up, sharing me with your friends, coming back week after week, choosing to hang with little old me. Like, it's been a year now, a year this month, and I just did not see being here a year ago. Like, there was a couple of times I wanted to give up. A couple of times I didn't feel good enough. A couple of times I'm like, I'm not that girl, you know, I'm just little old me. But y'all see it, you like it, and you vibe with it. And that really just touches my heart. Somebody the other day, y'all know I'll get to crying. Somebody the other day told me I was their favorite, one of their favorite booktubers. Somebody else told me the other day that I love your videos. And little things like that to content creators go such a long way. Like, even now, it's moving me to tears because one of the things I looked most forward to was hearing that, because I know I have my favorites and I'll let them know. If you have a favorite content creator, please be sure to let them know if they're one of your favorites or if you love their videos. That feedback is much appreciated. But that's it, y'all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care of you. Get time to rest, relax, and read, or do whatever it is that you want to do today. And until next time, don't forget to show yourself some love today.
Blessed with another chance, blessed with another chance, blessed with another chance, I am